Good morning, Magnet, and welcome to the AMHS Student News. I'm Sammy.
I'm Will.
And we are very excited for another spectacular segment we've got going on today.
It's December, great season. It's hoodie season.
Or sweater season if you prefer to, not wear hoodies.
Absolutely. Let's head over to our first segment with Andrew and Jacob, just asking some awkward questions.
If you had to describe the energy of Academic Magnet in one adjective that starts with the letter A, how would you describe the energy?
Probably at this time of the year, agitated.
Agitated. You've heard it here first, folks. Dream pet. Any type of dream pet. Any type of animal. It can be exotic. It doesn't have to be, your standard pet. What kind of pet is it? Anything. What's your imagination?
A bear.
A bear?
A polar bear.
A polar bear is Miss Pinkney's dream animal.
How many days can you wear underwear without washing it and it still be acceptable? One day.
Alright, wait. What if you fold them inside out?
Yeah.
That might be acceptable.
Might be acceptable.
Would you kill a puppy for $1 million?
No, I wouldn't.
I think
A
you're
life
good.
is priceless. Not bad.
What's your favorite way of melting American cheese?
In between two slices of bread.
Okay.
I like boiling it myself.
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty good that way. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mouse.
Catch you later.
Like if you had to assign an object to her that's inanimate, what would it be? A ham? Wow. That is okay. That is. Lanny, you have to bathe in a type of soup. What type of soup will you bathe in? You remind me.
Broccoli cheddar.
Oh wow. Okay, American rock formations. You have to be one of them. Igneous. Why volcanic rock?
Volcanoes.
You either have to eat mayonnaise for the rest of your life or only wear mayonnaise. Like mayonnaise is clothing for you. Choose. You can one of those two options, and you have to choose.
Where?
Why?
Because it will always fit me.
Wow.
And white goes with everything.
Laney Berrigan. Another level of thought process. I love it.
Thank you all very much. That was pretty darn exciting. So, Will, what do you think of that mayonnaise question?
Well, wearing mayonnaise would be really bad. I'd rather eat mayonnaise. It's not that bad. It doesn't have a huge flavor profile, so it wouldn't be terrible.
I don't like your answer. I fundamentally, you know what? We need to get rid of you. We need to impeach you.
You know who's being impeached right now?
Who?
There's an impeachment inquiry in the Congress
There
for
is
U.S.
not.
President Donald Trump.
Wowzer. That sounds interesting. We ought to go hear about that from Sloan and Robbie.
Hi, I'm Robbie. I'm the president of the Academic Magnet Young Democrats.
And I'm Sloan, and I'm the president of the Young Republicans Club. So today we're going to be talking about the impeachment hearings. And on July 25th, Donald Trump was involved in a call with the president of Ukraine, and this led to a whistleblower who accused Trump of led to the investigation of Trump.
So ever since Trump has said the infamous would like you to do me a favor, House Democrats have found it extremely problematic. It recently moved from the House Intelligence Committee to the House Judiciary Committee, and I'll get back to that in a second. So the hearings in the House Intelligence Committee basically involves people from the State Department, like Fiona Hill, who's an ambassador, Gordon Sondland, who's an ambassador to the EU, people like that. And so they've been kind of investigating the question of of gathering evidence and trying to decide, because there's also the question of foreign aid, and if Trump was withholding foreign aid from Ukraine in order to pressure them to investigate Hunter Biden. And it recently moved to the House Judiciary Committee, and the House Judiciary Committee is basically going to decide whether what Trump did was impeachable when he called Volodymyr Zelensky.
And last week, some highlights was when Sondland testified and said that there was no quid pro quo, and this past weekend, Zelensky also said that there was no quid pro quo. So the impeachment hearings are still going on, and it's still being debated, and we will see what happens. So back to you, Will and Sammy.
Wow, that was a great segment. Very enlightening. Thank you.
It was indeed. I mean, it was very interesting. The whole situation. I'm always a big fan of political science. So very interesting to me. What are you interested in, Will?
I'm interested in a lot of things, but you know one thing I don't know a lot about?
What don't you know a lot about?
Astrology.
Me too. You know, I've always been curious. Maybe we should learn some more about it.
Yeah, let's learn some more.
Thanks, guys. I'm Rosie. I'm Jordan. And we're certified astrologers.
So today we're going to be describing the December signs for you guys. And I'm a Gemini, so my sister sign is Sagittarius. And a sister sign is the sign that's opposite of you on the chart. And so they're also the sign you're most similar to. And Sagittarius season is right now. It goes from November 22nd to December 21st. And Sagittarians are known for being very optimistic and open-minded, but also strong-willed and very energetic. And one of their downfalls is that they can have a very scattered energy, so it can be hard for them to focus. And some famous Sagittarians are Nicki Minaj and the Pope.
Okay, I'm Rosie. I'm a Cancer. And my sister sign is Capricorn, which is the zodiac sign for December 22nd to January 20th. They're known for being ambitious, practical, and very hardworking. But their hardworking is also often comes across as workaholism. And some famous ones are Martin Luther King Jr. and Brent Rivera. And we'll be back next month for the signs for January.
Thank you very much, Rosie and Jordan.
You know, I'm a Capricorn, so I'm coming up. I'm right around the corner.
That's pretty interesting. I'm an Aquarius, so I got right after you. It's
Yeah.
Capricorn's the end of December, beginning of January. Then I got the beginning of February, which is Aquarius. So it's a great one. All about water.
U.S. presidential primaries kick off at the end of February.
No way. Actually, the beginning of February, I'll have you
That's
know.
so cool. But I heard that we just lost another challenger in the Democratic primaries.
We did indeed.
Let's hear more about it from Mason and Simone.
Welcome back this week to Hot Topics with Mason and Simone.
On this episode, we are going to be talking about Harris dropping out of the Democratic presidential primary. So one thing that I found out was that her campaign was rapidly winding down these past few months in terms of her funding and the events she had planned.
I actually heard that her campaign was heavily influenced by her own sister.
That's actually very true. So her campaign manager was Juan Rodriguez, but her sister Maya was actually in control of the whole campaign. And so there was a bit of turmoil between the aides and then the campaign manager and her sister, specifically citing that the movement of most of their resources into her Iowa campaign was not a good move.
I also heard that a few days before she dropped out, she was polling at 6.3% in South Carolina.
It's true.
And in South Carolina, it's used as one of the most important states in the election because of the African American to white ratio of voters. So after she saw that, she just decided to pull out.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting how she started out with such a bright, fiery campaign, and then now she's dropped out even before the end of December.
Well, she reached out on social media, and she said that her campaign just simply doesn't have enough funding and finance behind it, but that she is still in the fight. So we'll see what that means, I guess.
We'll see what fight she's in.
Catch us next week on Hot Topics with Mason and Simone.
Thanks, Mason and Simone.
I'm really enjoying following this presidential campaign.
You know, speaking of presidents, when my older brother was president of the school, he did Word of the Day every day, and I just loved Word of the Day.
I loved Word of the Day too. You know what? I have a great fun fact for you that relates just to that. Guys, are you ready? Okay, dictionary.com every year releases a word of the year. They just released the one for 2019. Guess what it is? The answer is existential.
Wow.
That's a crazy word. I love it. I love thinking about existentialism. I love philosophy.
Awesome.
So, it's just like all of these great things for us to think about.
Yeah.
And it calls to action so many things that are really important, the existential crises that the world may be going through. But who knows? Who knows, right?
Thanks for being with us this week, Magnet. Have a great weekend.
And,
as a great scholar once said,
Fridays are awesome.